have missed it. Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. My name is Kapoor, if you don't already know me, because I'm not like a superstar or anything. But I'm so happy to see so many faces here today and thrilled that you've all joined. Again, if you missed it before, if you have been invited by a guest, please go on. Oh, thank you, Glenna. Please go into the chat box and just let us know who invited you to this Zoom. Also, let's use the chat box. If you have any questions throughout the presentation today, don't be afraid. Go ahead and drop your questions in. There is a bunch of us on the panel today that will do our best to answer as we go along. And if I miss anything and see anything come up when I come back on, I will be happy to answer any of those questions. So a little bit of the format of how we're going to go with today. We're going to start off. We've got a full hour today, okay? So we're going to take the first 30 minutes of our time together, and we're going to go over sort of the health version of the spring into summer transformation. And we're going to share some stories with you. I've got two wonderful, wonderful human beings that are near and dear to me. I love them so much. And they're going to share a little bit of where their health was before finding Purium, while they found Purium, and what it's like going through it now and being, with it for several years, and how it's really been able to serve them beautifully. And then we're going to transition. And if you want to stay on, you're welcome to. We invite you all to stay on, in fact, for the second half of our Zoom, starting at 4:30 or thereabouts. We're going to move into a transition of this social sharing economy and how you can leverage Purium into actually earning you an income, a residual income, which is what I do, and many of us on the panel, actually all of us on the panel, do as well. And there are also some other brand partners scattered around in the Zoom here too. So if you'd like to stay for that, I absolutely 100% encourage you to stay on for that as well. If you're watching the replay, go back and forth and watch it like 100 times, because there's going to be so much good stuff dropped here for you today. And we can't wait to get started and sharing with you guys. So yeah, thanks so much for being here. My name again is Kapoor, and I have been using Purium products now for a little over 5 years. I'll share a little bit of my health journey, and I'd like to just pat myself on the back a little bit, because I've had quite a health journey, and it was very unexpected. I'm originally from Jamaica. That's why we were playing the Bob Marley before. And I moved to the United States when I was 21. And when I moved here, I was an athlete. I was training for Wimbledon. I was on a Jamaica swim team. I was doing track and field. I mean, I was doing everything, all the sports, and I was doing them really well and very competitive. And then I moved to the United States to go to UCLA to study interior design, and didn't have any more coaches. So I didn't have to be in the pool at 4 o'clock in the morning or on a tennis court at 8 o'clock at night. I was free. I had no parents guiding me, and I was like, woohoo, party time, right? I was living in LA, and, I had all of my meals prepared for me in Jamaica. And then I came here living by myself. And so naturally, I went into the standard American diet and became a fast food junkie, because it was free, it was cheap, and it was open 24 hours. And as a student, those are the things that were really important for me as far as nutrition went, right? I wasn't really caring at all about my nutrition, as long as it was cheap and easy to get to, and I could eat it fast, and it was within my non-existing budget, and open at 3 o'clock in the morning, I was down for it. Denny's was like first class restaurant for me. That was like high end, right? That was me spoiling myself. Denny's with a beer. Woohoo! So I went into that really fast. And, my boyfriend at the time, who's now my husband, he didn't really understand what was going on either. And we just kind of went with it. And lo and behold, before you know it, by the time it was time to get married, I had packed on so much weight and fell into the whole diet fads of trying to figure out how to lose weight to get into that wedding dress. And nothing was really working. So I ended up getting married in my size 18 wedding dress, had a couple of children, even though I had suffered with PCOS. since I was 13. And for those of you that don't know, PCOS is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And so went through a really difficult time in getting pregnant, but we managed to do it. And, have two beautiful children who are now 19 and 16, also afforded me to pack on more weight. And, as for those of you who are moms or have a mom, that depletion is definitely part of the package of having children. And what I thought was natural and normal, just sort of what happens when you have kids, you're tired all the time and you've got migraines all the time and everything, you brain fog and you're confused and you're just doing and doing and doing for your children and not doing anything for yourself, because who really is looking over here? They're looking over there, right? I had really become very, very ill and ended up with all kinds of ailments, from high cholesterol, high blood pressure. In 2017, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, severe depression and anxiety, constant migraines, and I mean like biweekly for sure. And that's just me just thinking. I'm sure it was more than that. But everything was going downhill, and I had gained, over 100 pounds. I was 110 pounds overweight and didn't even see it happening, right? You just sort of wake up one day, you're like, when, how, what happened? This is not the athletic body that I used to have. And, had a husband, still have a husband who's, still thrilled with me anyway. So none of those physicalities really mattered to me until I found Purium. And like I said before, I had tried every single product, every single protocol, everything, you name it, I tried it. And, you'd go on the yo-yo, right? You'd lose the 5 pounds, you lose the 10 pounds, and then you gain it right back and some more, and then you lose it again, and then you add on more. And so it was years of that. I found Purium by mistake and told my girlfriend that it was not going to work, and I was going to prove it to her that it was not going to work. And sure enough, 3 days later, I called her up and I said, okay, Erin, you were right and I was wrong. What is this stuff? I don't know what I'm doing, but it feels amazing. Okay. 2 years later, I was down 83 pounds, you guys. 83 pounds. Got rid of all of my cravings of chocolate and all the sugars and all the bad carbs. I quit the fast food industry. They are broke now because of me. I stopped funding them, right? And I've never been happier. And now I'm a fitness and health coach, have my own gym. I train people all the time. And it's just, life has really, really changed. And so I'll get into the whole career change of it in the second part of our Zoom. But I really wanted to share that with you guys, because it's, my story is very real to me every day. Every day I look in the mirror and sometimes I still can't believe what I see. And so, we came up as a collective team with this spring into summer transformation. And we did it because we're like, you know what? Summer bodies, like, wait a minute, summer's right around the corner. And people are looking to get inspired and be motivated and to stay on that gravy train, right? And so what can we do as a group to really encourage our community to be in their best place, right? So we came up with this spring into summer 90-day transformation. And I'll tell you a little bit about the things that you're going to experience when you come into this. And I'll tell you about them only because I'm not the only one to experience it. Everyone across the board have experienced either one or all of the things that are positive once they've started Purium, all right? So their sleep is improved, right? So if you're struggling with your sleep and you can't seem to fall asleep or can't stay asleep all night, we know that there's tons of studies out there that deep REM sleep is a restorative sleep that every single person needs, including children, that they all need in order to function at their fullest every day, right? So sleep gets improved, skin gets improved. With my PCOS, I had all these skin blotches all over my face, and not really wearing much makeup, a little blush here, but it's like all gone. And now I can walk out of the house with a naked face if I want to, and feel totally fine with that. Weight loss, of course, I told you about my weight loss of 83 pounds. Also weight gain. There are some people that have a different protocol that actually want to put on some weight because they're underweight, right? And then there's inflammation. Inflammation is huge, and Americans suffer from inflammation so horribly and daily, and we don't quite put the finger on that. Inflammation is a really, really big problem, and inflammation can be anything from like swollen hands or feet, or high blood pressure, high sugar levels, your body's inflamed. These numbers are elevated, they are inflamed. So you're going to find a lot of relief from that inflammation. Pain. Goodness, I had so much joint pain, mostly because I was overweight. And so my knees would always constantly give out. So you're going to find relief in pain. You're going to find amazing amount of energy. And we're not talking about the fake energy that you put on for your kids because you have to. We're talking about the energy that still lasts after you're with your kids. And you're like, okay, what do? I need to join the gym now. And that's exactly what happened for me. And I know, I see Kim nodding her head. I know it happened for you too, honey. Yeah. Digestion, big problem. We have a lot of gut issues in this country, and a lot of people don't understand what glyphosate is. Okay. And if you don't know what that word is, please look it up. I can't. So if someone can drop that into the chat there to spell it out for them. Glyphosate is a horrible toxin that is sprayed on 95% of our foods in all of America. So all of that toxin sits in our gut. And so if we're not able to rectify that situation, then it's going to cause an unhealthy gut is going to cause all kinds of horrible ailments, diseases, all kinds of things. So we really need to get right with our gut. And this package, this protocol, most definitely will offer that for you. Digestion. So that's and then fitness. I mean, we've got amazing fitness products. And I tell you, as a fitness coach myself, I get approached all the time with people wanting to level up their fitness regimen. And, and then also there's all these other vendors of other products that keep contacting me all the time. And I look at their ingredients and I'm like, no. We are superior. We're not only organic, but we are beyond organic. And I'll tell you a little spiel about being beyond organic. You know that little organic seal that's on all the organic goods in the market that you see, and it has USDA organic seal certified organic thing? Yeah. So the owners of our company, this is them. Okay, they went to Washington and lobbied for this rule. I don't know if you know this. I'll give you a little tip here, a little insider information. But back in the day when organics became a thing and everyone was putting organic products on the word organic on their products, you really only needed to be a minimum of 5% of one of your products needed to be organic. 5%. That's it. Everything else could be from the trash. It didn't matter, right? But as long as you had 5% organic in your goods, you could label your things as organic. Well, Dave and Amy would have none of that. They were just like, that is not okay. So they went to Washington. They lobbied for that organic seal. Dave has been in the farming industry, agricultural and scientific and all of that stuff for many, many years, over 30 years. He is world renowned. People come to him asking for opinions, and he's dealing with scientists and doctors and all that stuff on a daily basis. And his trick is really in soil culture, right? So he really concentrates and focuses on the soil culture. So there's a lot of organic products out there on the market. Say, for example, Costco has an organic line. That's fine. That's great. Their farm is certified organic, but what's their soil like? Okay, so that's how we get beyond organic, right? First, we were the first ones doing it, and now, and like, then we're like doing it so superior, it's like nothing else can compare. Nothing else can compare. And I'm not even kidding you. When you put the apple to the apple, meaning another company, I won't name any names, to side by side with Purium, and you actually taste, you can taste the difference. You can feel the difference. It is that powerful. Amy Venner, who is the other co-owner and founder of Purium, is a dear friend of mine, and she's an incredible human being. She's originally from Texas and came out here to be with Dave to start Purium and really open up this business. And she's just a driving force. So if you ever want to like support a woman-owned business, this is it. Because without Amy, this company does not move forward. And she's just really an incredible human being. And when you hear from her, or hopefully one day meet her in person, you'll just glow. You'll just glow because she's that magnetic. So I want to bring on one of my dear friends. Speaking of friends, right? Kim and I have been friends for many, many years. Our kids grew up together in elementary school, and we actually worked on the parent group board together for many years. So we hosted a lot of events together and had a lot of fun. And she saw me in the very beginning go through my transformation and dove in. And Kim she's my Aussie friend. She's got a lovely accent. I could listen to her all day long. I'm just like, huh, what? Yeah. So she's my Aussie friend, and has just recently moved to Puerto Rico with her husband and her daughter, Ayla, and has started a whole new life for themselves, and has now become a fitness trainer. And I'd like to pat myself on the back because maybe I had a little bit of influence with that. And so I'd like to bring you on, Kim, if you don't mind coming off mute. And if you could just share with everyone what life was like for you with your health. What was the status going on for you before I introduced you to Purium?
Hi. Yes, thank you, Carl. I've got music outside. Puerto Rico has music going all the time, so I hope it isn't too intrusive. Okay, yes. So I was diagnosed with hypoglycemia in my 20s. I still can't say that they told me I was borderline diabetic because I'm just never wanted to go there. But I, at that point, got very interested in my nutrition and exercise and wanted to find out how to fix it. And I tried all sorts of different stuff, all sorts of pills and potions and shakes and tablets and goodness knows what else, and got reasonable success, but nothing really ever fixed it and stopped me from having the highs and lows, and really feeling very, very lethargic quite often, and quite sick quite often. And then I guess about 5 years ago, watched Tal go through her amazing transformation, which was incredibly inspirational, and decided I would give it a go. But my head basically said to me, it was going to be the same as everything else that I tried, and even if it was good for some areas that I wanted to tackle, it was never really going to sort out my blood sugar issues and my energy up and down issues. So I started the Carr protocol, but with no intention of ever being able to do a cleanse, because I just thought I couldn't. Whenever I tried to do a cleanse before, I'd never even managed to get through day one without just crashing. So about 3 or 4 days in of taking the products, I realized that I was using something completely different to whatever I'd had before. My energy levels were great, very even keel, none of this up and down, and my skin looked better, and my sleep was better, and my mood was better. And so I got back in contact with Tal and Erin and gave the cleanse a go and said, okay, I'll do this. And I was really scared. I didn't think I would be able to do it. And it was great. It was incredibly easy. and I've never looked back. Ever since then, I don't think I've probably gone more than a day or two without taking the products. And I think having incorporated them now into my life for such a long time, now I'm really reaping the benefits. My pain is I rarely get any pain. Thank goodness, touch wood. And my energy levels are through the roof. As Tal just said, we've moved to Puerto Rico, and I was just asked earlier on this year to become a spin instructor at the studio down at the beach, which is just amazing. So I'm now teaching spin 4 or 5 times a week. They've now added TRX, so I've just picked that up as well, and I'm just about to start a nutrition course, and it's completely changed my life. I can't thank these products and this company enough for turning it around for me and for my family as well, watching my daughter and my husband and various friends of mine as well, that and gradually spreading that net of people whose lives I'm touching is just, it's great. I love it. Thank you.
And I love you. That's so wonderful. I mean, I too remember you coming in the very first few days, and you were very apprehensive, much like I was too. And it's so wonderful seeing the transformation happen for you, and seeing, I mean, you've literally taken 15 years off of your life. You're young, you're vivacious, you're full of energy, you're full of dream and hope, and you see things in the future, and there's no more of just the bubble Kim staying in the bubble, right? And and it's just really great to see you in this light. You're absolutely glowing, and it's just,
thank you.
So happy to have a friend along with me on this ride. Yeah. Thank you. So another friend of mine, Tanya, I'm not sure if you are ready to go. I still see your image on here. There you are. You're in your car. That's totally fine. So Tanya is, I would say, a new friend, but I feel like our spirits have been girlfriends for forever. I've met her through Purium, and really just only about a year ago, and we've become very fast friends. She's a single mom of an adorable 6-year-old boy, Kai, who I just love. And she is also a health and fitness coach for over 20 years. A former gym owner, and she's still doing fitness and health coaching, and has gone through a tremendous transformation with her menopause. So, all women are going to go through this. If you haven't gone through it already, Tanya is a force in this subject, and is a wealth of knowledge as well. So I know you're driving, so I don't know if you want to share a little bit. I see you reversing maybe. I'm sure. Are you good to talk?
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God, the timing. Yes, I'm good to talk. I know people, I want to make it quick for people, but I actually got a parking spot. Thank you for having me. And Kim, it was great to hear your story too, because I didn't know your story. So as Tal said, I have been a fitness and nutrition coach for over 20 years, and was for decades, more than 20, the vision of perfect health, really. I did all the things, that fitness instructors should be doing, eating right and mostly organic and a plant-based diet and working out all the time. And I looked great and felt great. And then at 46, almost overnight, I became, when I became a mother, and I moved and I opened my studio, and what else did I do? Basically entered menopause, early menopause. The unprecedented stress of all of that brought me to my knees, and I suddenly had this very, like I said, overnight health crisis of sorts. And that looked like debilitating fatigue, obviously, as a new mother, but it was beyond that. Even when I was sleeping, I was so depleted and tired. I started having strange rashes all over my body, which are still unexplained, possibly hormonal, stress related, we don't know. My skin started to very quickly become crepey and unattractive, and I lost a ton of weight really quickly. which I didn't have weight to lose. So I was really underweight and just a mess. Then I gained weight, menopausal weight, which I wasn't happy with. So I, went into my toolbox and all the things that I knew to do in order to manage my weight, and was eating extra green smoothies and doing a lot of stuff, but just felt terrible. So I hired this incredible PhD dietitian, homeopathic dietitian, and this is 7 years ago. She's the first person who talked to me about gut and liver health and the relationship there, and the relationship to thriving, and ultimately we determined that I was malnourished despite everything I had always been doing. And the reason for that was the gut being compromised. I didn't have any symptoms of gut dysfunction. I had a gut of steel, I thought, but basically with glyphosate, as Tal talked about, and just the toxic overload that we in North America anyway are dealing with,
Mama, can we go?
At a certain point, your gut and your liver just can't do the brilliant job that it's always doing. And so I was malnourished. So all the green stuff I was eating and stuff wasn't being assimilated. Thus my skin I was just aging really quickly and could not keep my head above water. So I met a woman who's a dear friend now, who had a similarly amazing transformation like Tal had. Went from being very sick for 9 years to becoming a bodybuilder, award-winning bodybuilder within a year. And of course that spoke to me. I was like, what? Because I was in that, that bodybuilding world. I was like, what is that? I want to know what you're doing. And it was Purium. It was the ultimate lifestyle transformation. And so though working with the dietitian had helped me some, it brought my baseline up a little bit. I was still frustrated by the menopausal weight, and that I just it didn't matter what I was doing. I couldn't get rid of, and I still didn't have the energy I wanted, and wasn't sleeping as great as I wanted, but I did feel better. Within about 10 days of incorporating Purium products into my life, I kid you not, I could not, my energy was completely restored. So I had lifted energy all day long, no dips in energy. And that was true even if I was only sleeping like 3 or 4 hours a night. It was amazing. And within 30 days, the weight just came off. Like that was just a secondary thing. My energy was through the roof. My skin started to look so much better. I looked in the mirror one day and I was like, oh my God, there you are. I had light in my eyes again, and my skin looked like I'd gotten sun. 6 months later, I had the longest, strongest hair of my life. I had never had really great hair, and all of a sudden my hair was grown like a weed. So it truly gave me my life back. And like Kim said, I don't go a day basically without it. And I just want to leave you with this nugget, which is, if this could happen to me, somebody who is in this industry of helping other people stay healthy and at a weight that makes them happy and eating right, if this state of malnutrition can happen to me, it can happen to anybody. And I promise you it's happening to most Americans, because I did not eat the standard American diet. So I urge you to just think about that. And if you are suffering with discomfort in any way, that at the end of the day, it might just be that you are not getting the nutrients your body as a living, breathing being needs to thrive, right? To live. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I am forever grateful for this second to none product and this company and all of you. So thank you. And now we gotta run.
Wonderful. Thank you for that share, Tanya. And I love that little nugget that you left us with, because it's so true. You don't have to be coming from the world that I was coming from with the unhealthy eating to be suffering. And here's Tanya and many other trainers and coaches out there who think that they are doing everything right, yet they still can't figure out why they're not sleeping well, or they can't figure out why they have acne. They just figure, oh, it's a dermatology issue. They don't correlate it with the gut. And so, being in the profession of something where you should know what you know, and then not really knowing, and now God, that should be like a thing, right? So yeah, I'm so happy that you brought that up. So let's just talk really quick about this 90-day transformation, because I know we're supposed to transition over to the sharing economy side, but I just want to make sure that everyone is clear that why we say 90 days. This is really, really important, right? The pack that you're going to be purchasing is the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. It is a 30-day pack, okay? And it offers you 60 meals of superfood as well as supplementations, okay? So you're still going to be eating food and so forth. But why we say 90 days is because it's going to take you any kind of transformation you need to have. And transformation is a big word, right? We're not talking about a fad diet. We're talking about a lifestyle, okay? So any kind of lifestyle is going to take you a good amount of time to be able to really reap the benefits that you're doing. I mean, a lot of us, you heard this, would say that we started feeling it within the first 3 to 4 days, right? But you need that continuum to keep going, right? You need to just doing the 130 days and then calling it quits and saying, all right, I'm going back to my life. You go back to that old life, it's all going to come back again, right? But the great thing about this is that you can actually just plug it into what you naturally want to do, right? If you want to have the treats, go and have the treats. If you want to eat the burgers at 4th of July, go for it, do your thing, right? Do what works for you. But at the same time, you want to nourish your cells, because your cells need you to nourish them, period, end of story. Okay. So this is what this protocol offers you. 30 days, then you do another 30 days, then you do another 30 days, you maintain it, you just keep going, because we can all attest that our lives are so much better with these Purium products than without it. And trust us when we tell you we've tried to do it without, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Everything comes into an alignment when we are fully nourished, period, end of story. So with our transformation, we get, I'm sorry, Maria, you're responding to me directly. So just change the response to everyone. Sorry. So with this transformation, you're going to get a private Facebook group that we are all in, and there's tons of recipes, tons of ideas, lots of motivation. You can always post a question of any kind. What is nut milk? I'll just be complete transparent. I didn't even know there was such a thing when I started Purium as nut milk. I thought milk was just milk, dairy, or, it was either a cow or a goat. I didn't know that you could get milk from almonds. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know that oats had milk. Like, what? I didn't get that. So literally, I'm not even joking. Bless my ignorance. But that was one of the first questions that I asked when I first started with Purium 5 years ago was, what is nut milk? Because I didn't know. And everyone just responded with grace and love and kindness. And I was like, oh, okay, now I feel like a big dum-dum. But at the time, I was like, this is really supportive. Thank you. Everyone was giving me their different recipes of how they like to include the nut milk and what powders and how they shake it up and hot or cold or blah, blah, blah. And so this is what this Facebook group is going to offer you. All the support, from the stupidest questions to the most intelligent questions, where some of us need to do some research. And there are many, many people in our group who are health professionals, who have studied, who do have their certifications, who are Ayurvedic practitioners, who are these wellness living people who just know the information. And also, if they don't know, they'll find it and they'll research it and they'll share it. So it's a really very fully supported group. And we do also in there, we've added into our a 90-day transformation, we've also added in a fitness challenge. It's entirely up to you to join that part of it if you want, but it's a pool and it's really fun. And, we pitch in $20. And if you do 30 minutes of exercise, could be any form of exercise. You don't have to be lifting heavy weights like I do, or doing TRX training and CrossFit like Kim does, or cycling every day as Kim does. You could literally just be walking your dog for 30 minutes and that counts as exercise. We're looking for movement. You could do a 30-minute session of yoga stretches. That's movement, that counts. And so you're posting your pictures in there, you're posting the shakes that you're having before, after, during, whatever. And we're just really sort of keeping it alive and keeping it motivating. And I have to tell you, it motivates me knowing that I'm a part of this pool and I have to make a post every day really helps motivate me. And so this is the accountability portion of it, right? And accountability, no one can do any form of transformation, no matter how disciplined you think you are, without accountability. We need partnership. Period. End of story, right? Partnership is a huge part of being successful in transformation. Okay. So that definitely comes with this community. We're a huge, welcoming, open arms, loving community, and anyone on any kind of journey can join us. And it could be any kind of journey. And there are many, many different people that have different stories. And so with that community, I'm going to transition now into our social sharing economy, because talking about becoming accountable and holding yourself close to the fire, I truly attribute the success that I've had with my health because I am a brand partner with Purium. I have stayed close to the fire for 5 years. That's not true. I did take a 1-year sabbatical when I opened my gym years ago. And it was sad and lonely. And then I'm back and I'm happy again, right? So staying close to the fire, what does that mean? That means when you are involved in all the team meetings and trainings and involved in the owners of the company and seeing them on Zooms on a regular basis, we're going back to live events coming this Sunday. So if you're in LA and you want to go to a live event and meet the owners, I'll be happy to introduce you. So just hit me up or hit up whoever invited you and I'll get you the information if you're in the LA area. So you get to be with them on one-on-one. You get to hear from them and hear about their mission and learn deeper stuff about the products and why these products and why it's so important to have this in your life daily and why it's so important to share this with your family, your friends, your community, everyone, as much and as wide as you possibly can. Because sharing is caring, right? And if we are going to be successful with our health and our wellness, why are we going to be selfish about that? Why wouldn't we want to share this with everyone that we know and love and beyond? Even the strangers at the supermarket, they deserve to have good nourishment, right? They deserve to have the education that we're getting just by being on these training calls every week, right? So the sharing economy is not so much of a, it's not like you go and you show up for work, you sit down at your desk, you work from 9 to 5, you go home, you get paid, you have no idea what happened to your day. The beauty of this is that you get to design your business the way you want to work it, right? So if you decide that this is all you want to do, which eventually this is what I'm only going to do, right? I used to be an interior designer and now I'm a fitness and health coach and I have my Purium business as an affiliate, right? So everything has changed in my life personally. Could not be happier because now I actually get to set my schedule. I actually get to be with my children. I have actually raised my children the last 5 years and not another industry that they, sending them to school and then bringing them home with a sitter or whatever. No, it's been me. I get to do the drop-offs. I get to do the pickups. Someone's sick, I get to just drop everything and go to school. I don't have to ask anyone for permission to leave. If my child has a fever one morning, Mom's here, I got this, right? Because I can do my business anywhere I am We can go on vacation. We can go down the street. We can go hang out at a friend's house all day. It doesn't matter. I have my phone. I can still do my business, right? So I get to do my work on my terms. And that's like the juice right there. That is the juice. People are looking for this kind of work, this kind of opportunity to be able to call the shots, to be able to make a financial difference in their life, to seriously fill the gap. You know, a lot of people, they say that Americans are just $400 away from bankruptcy. $400. It's probably a lot less now because, you know, everything, cost of gas, the cost of food, everything has gone up, right? But $400 away from bankruptcy, hello, if that's not a wake-up call, that's like serious. You need some gap filling for real, right? So the Purium business really does offer that. It has such a generous compensation plan. There are, I think, 7 or 8 different ways that you get paid every month, from bonuses and commissions and monthly. Oh my God, it's incredible. Every single week, every Friday, you guys that are on here who are brand partners know, every Friday there's that direct deposit into your account. Plus, you get paid a 5th time for the month on the 15th of every month, and that is with all of your bonuses. So you're getting 5 paychecks in 1 month instead of 1 or 2, depending on how your pay structure is done with your employee. 5 times in a month. You could really plan out your budget this way. You can really figure things out, okay? And it's so much fun. It really is so much fun. Because I now have a gym, I have I would say about 80% of my clients, including my private clients, are on Purium. This is how I'm helping my people get to a full transformation. This is what they're paying me for, is to teach them and to guide them on how to get this full transformation, because they're tired of being tired and they're tired of being sick. Yeah. So I'm going to bring on my dear friend, Carr, who, again, we've just met through Purium and through this business. And Carr are team sisters. And she is building a beautiful Purium business over there. And she is, you know, coming from the hospital setting. Let's just go right there, right? So she's been deep into the hospital settings, and we kind of get a little glimpse of what that's been looking like, right? The whole medical pharmaceutical industry. She's also, an exercise psychiatrist that I was like, wait, that's kind of really cool. That's right up my alley, right? And she works with women every day in guiding them through their health and wellness. Yeah. And she's a mom of a beautiful 13-year-old daughter who she just sent me a picture of, a little video of her playing violin at a recital. I thought that was really, really cool. So I want to thank you so much, Carr, for joining us today. I know it's a very busy day for you, and your daughter did a splendid job with her piece. Congratulations. And so why don't you come off mute and just share with us a little bit about what your career life was like before, and then sort of what it's turned into now that you've been able to add Purium into your business and leverage that.
Thanks so much, Tal. It's great to be here. It has been a bit of a busy day, but I'm delighted to jump on, and I'm really excited to see so many people that I know here with me. So I want to share, I'll start, I left the hospital world and opened my own business called Get Well, Stay Well Naturally. But solopreneurship. So in the hospital setting, I was working in a wellness center where we saw 500 people a day, coming in, working out, personal trainers, massage therapy going on, nutritionists, fitness instructors, personal trainers, wellness coaches. And I loved that busy, I got to see 500 people, learn their names, hear what their life was about. That really fed me. but it still did not fit with who I was in that model. And so when I opened my own business, I thought, wow, now I'll have my own schedule. I'll, launch these programs that I've always wanted to launch. I got out of administration. I no longer in the time, carried a beeper or was next to my phone for work. And, but being a solopreneur, like in my own house, like figuring things out all by myself in my little office, like wasn't really working for me. I missed those 500 people. I was like, come on, bring me more people. How do I get? And I really see business as a spiritual experience. Launching my own business was a spiritual path. I had lots to get over. I had lots to figure out, and I loved it all, but that was part of my learning curve, is I miss people. So when I was introduced, the other thing that I was seeing in my clients was that they were all so it felt like I wanted to give them magic fast food, honestly, that could help them feel more nourished with their busy life. Because as a health coach, as a transformational health coach, like the foundation for healing, as I saw it, was how people are nourished, how women are nourished, particularly women, because they're busy caring for everyone else and themselves last. So I really wanted this magic way to help them nourish themselves and begin to change their relationship with food. So I just put that prayer out there, as I was working with women. I didn't know, I fall into a bit of Tanya's experience in that I was in the fitness industry for years, and I ate well and I exercised and I did yoga, but I was exhausted. I was trying to do a lot. And when Purium was introduced to me, I just tried the products. I was like, okay, let me just see how this feels for me. And I didn't share my code right away or anything like that. I did jump into the business right away, but I wasn't sure what that meant at the time. I was just like, okay, this sounds good. Why wouldn't I do it? If I can jump out at any time. But then when I really felt the products and what they were doing for me, I was like, this is actually the answer to my prayer for my clients. And so I slowly started to share, slowly started to see the effects for my clients. And then I was like, well, this is fun, but if I had a team of health professionals, health leaders that were all experiencing my own transformation, and they were sharing these products with their people, then I would be helping so many more people be healthy. And so I just started having this dream of really bringing health leaders into my team and serving more and more women, helping them nourish themselves and helping to change money relationships along the way and help more and more people make money. And so that's a pretty so that's a bit of my story. Initially I was like, when I first was exposed to the products, I remember hearing, people that business entrepreneurs, business leaders need like 7 sources of income. And so I was like, where am I going to find 7 sources of income? How do I spread this out? And so that was another really realization for me, is that if this is helping in a way that I really know it can, and I really feel its possibility, then it becomes a residual income because of the people I have in my team, the women I have in my team. So, that's a little bit about how I came to this, Tal. There's so much more I could say. So I'm going to.
I know. I know. I love that you brought that up though about the 7 sources of income, because what's so beautiful about Purium, we see our top leaders in the company, and they worked really, really hard for a number of years with this business, say 7 years to 10 years or whatever, right? And they're reaping and living with that residual income. So now they can add in extra stuff because Purium business is working itself, right? Everyone keeps reordering every month. Other people are sharing their cards and reordering. Others are sharing. It just becomes this big giant network, and they're sitting pretty. Right. And many of those top leaders are actually even making way more income than our own owners, Dave and Amy. And they're totally fine with that. They're like, yeah, that's what it's all about. Right. So it's not about the owner is getting all the money, making all the profits. It's about how far do you want to take your business? How do you want to leverage your business? What are the dreams and hopes that you have for your future? When you see yourself 5 years out, or 10 years out, like, what do you see, Carr? What do you want?
I love that you said this. Yes. So I love the fact that I can have people in my team, like in the corporate world, there was always this top-down structure. I could only grow as far as I could. They let me grow. And with this, I can help people grow as much as they want to grow in their business, in their money reality. And so where I see myself is a massive team of health leaders who are helping hundreds, if not thousands, let's say thousands of people transform. And it's so I want to just be really clear that these products help to set the transformational momentum. Let's put it that way. That I don't believe that like these help us. I believe what they've helped me to do is clarify my own vision, clarify my own dreams, and be really clear about that. And so it's for that transformational catalyst to be, extensions of my arms. Like that's my dream in years to come, is to just watch that in more and more and more and more women, is watching them be healthy, watching them be clear about their relationship to what they desire most.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for this powerful share. Really, truly appreciate working alongside you. Everything that you bring to the table every week is just gold, and love having you on board. So thank you so much. I'm going to now introduce you to another incredible female. I hope you all are enjoying these shares, because there's a whole lot more. We've just got a short amount of time, but I still want to bring on Maria, who has had an incredible transformation herself. And, you can share a little bit if you want, but 20 years of IBS and obesity and migraines, anxiety, depression, eczema, rosacea. I mean, the list is long, right? And you finally found the product that has actually helped heal your body from all of these ailments. She's a graduate of the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, and also certified integrative nutrition health coach. And she works primarily with women in a variety of health issues through their diet and their nutrition. She's also an incredible mom of an autistic child, as well as 2 graduate children. So she's been through all the ladders, ups and downs across the board. And we're so pleased to have you as a side team sister as well, and bring all your wealth and all your all your knowledge to everything that we have with our team. And I just see you lighting up the board. You were just lighting up the board and really building your business to be something quite magnificent. So yeah, will you just share with us a little bit, as this professional practitioner, what it's been like for you in this field before having Purium as a tool that you can use to truly help your clients, and what that has done for you now that you have it?
Well, thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. And I'm so happy to be here with all of you guys. And so before Purium, which I came to Purium last June, actually, I was working as an integrative nutrition health coach. So taking one-on-one clients, working by myself, my own kind of similar to Nikki and Carr. So, and I've done this for many years, right? And it gets super lonely. And in addition to that, I spent almost a decade with people asking me, what shake can I drink? Like everybody wants to have the shake and the easy thing. And there simply wasn't anything that I could say, this is what I have to offer you. I literally didn't have one, because I'm very particular about ingredients and organic and non-GMO and MSG and all of the things. So I created my own health coach Maria shake, and just so that people could have that, right? And so one day I saw a video that Stephanie did, and she talked about her business, and I had heard about Purium several times prior to that, but I had been hit, because I'm a health coach, I had been hit up by every company out there, and I stopped looking because I'm like, there just isn't anything. I don't even want to take the time to look. And I took the time to look that night. Something was just like, look, Maria, look. And I checked out I couldn't find anything that was not Health Coach Maria approved. And I was ecstatic to be able to offer that to my clients. And the great thing that it gives them is a structure. I've personally been enjoying the structure of it myself, because it takes so much stress off. And we were just, I think it was Nikki and Carr that was talking about the amount of nutrition that's in them. It's very different. It's very different and very powerful. And I'm experiencing some of that currently, doing 2 shakes a day. And if I think that everyone should be doing both the power shake and the super meal at least every single day, getting all of those nutrients in. It's a life changer. I did have my transformation prior to Purium, but I've actually been able to improve my skin even after healing my skin. So I've been sharing like a crazy person. So I have the same vision as Nikki and Carr has, because I was feeling so frustrated with only being able to help a few people at a time. And I feel like we are in such an emergent situation right now with so many sick people, and we need to reach people. We need to reach people fast. And doing it the way I was doing it, and the structure that I was doing in it, a few people at a time, even if you have 10, 15 clients a week, that's such a small amount of people to help. And so I have the same vision of having this huge, I don't even know how many people are actually on my team right now. So we grew really fast, and I have a lot of brand partners. And so my vision expanded very quickly. And so it's really exciting, because I'm already seeing that huge ripple effect. So it fills my cup up so much. And of course, the bonuses and all the money has been incredible as well. But I'm very mission focused. So it's been amazing.
Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. I love the special Maria shake, the health shake. I can't remember what you called it, but that's so great, because now you actually just have Purium. You're like, here, just get this now. and what a difference you're making in the lives of all of your clients. I mean, this is really beautiful to be able to really truly offer them exactly what they need. This is the gold, right? And so when you're able to give them that, and then they can then share it on with their family and their community, even though they're not health coaches, right? And they can go on and pass that on. It just, I mean, wow, right? What a great Escalade. This is really a lot of fun to do, and I'm sure brings you a lot of joy in everything that you're doing now. Yeah, so that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. Ladies, thank you so much to everyone that shared today. What does how does it work when, what do you mean by being a brand partner? What does that mean? So being a brand partner, there are two ways to purchase your package, right? Your ultimate lifestyle transformation, the same pack that I was talking about before. The beauty of this pack is that it comes with the business pack for free, which is amazing. Okay. And so you get your nutrition and you get to pay for it at the same time by sharing your gift card codes, because you'll get unlimited gift codes for a year, and you get to share that. And with every purchase anyone makes month after month, or even their first one, and after that, their reorders, you're going to get a 20% commission on everything that they purchase. So this is the gift that just keeps on giving. You're helping them, and they're also helping you financially. And it just really builds this really great residual income. I've been doing this for 5 years now, and I have customers that I don't even really connect with that much anymore. They're in the Facebook group, they see what goes on, and still every month their order keeps coming because they know that their life is so much better on than it is off, right? And they know that they get a lot of tips and advice from me and all the other health practitioners and coaches that are in the group for free. Right? It all comes with it. Any kind of ailments, we all have ways of doing research and finding some answers for you, right? We work a lot through social media, right? So there's a lot of social media training, right? We have like trainings like 5 days a week if you want, right? There's every day, there's either a corporate training or there's team trainings, and then there's side team trainings and sub team trainings. I mean, as much as you want to get plugged in, you can get plugged in. And we're all there, right? Many of us, sometimes they're people who still have their full-time jobs, so they can't make to all the meetings, but they'll watch a replay in the evening, and then they'll do their work later on in the evening. So there's ways to do this, and there's ways to make it fit, because like Carr said in the beginning, it's like, what are those? How am I going to squeeze in those 7 streams of income? Like, where is the time going to come from? Well, you have to build one business at a time. And when they start paying you back in your sleep, then you can start thinking about the next gig, right? Because that's what all millionaires do. They have multiple streams of income. Okay. So the accountability is there as well for the business. The team building is there for the business. And like Maria said, was it Maria or Carr? One of you said about going fast, how now you're like, it's happening, right? And you're bringing in all of these brand partners. I think it was Maria. You're bringing in all of these brand partners now. So going fast that's the fun. That's the fun. And I know a lot of times people will come in and they say, well, I just want to try it. I want to see it for myself. That's all great. But can I just tell you guys, there is a $3,500 bonus on the table in the first 3 months if you hurry up and go fast. Okay, $3,500. This is not including all the commissions that you're making. Hello, that sounds pretty good, right? And so it's called the Fast Start program. And so you can make a certain amount in your first 10 days, and another bonus after your first month, another bonus after the second month, the third month. And it just keeps building up to $3,500 in bonuses. So that's what Go Fast does for you. Okay, it's on the table, grab it. All right. So I'm going to close out this Zoom. We went a little bit over. Oops, I'm sorry. I tend to talk a lot. I apologize. But if you've been invited by someone here, please do check in with that person who invited you or the person who sent you the link to this replay. If you're watching the replay, they do have a $50 gift card code or 25% off gift card code. And with the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Pack, you would be getting 25% off. So they do have a special code for you that they will share with you so that you can get your discount and that you can set up your monthly orders so that you can continuously get your 25% off. That's the magic of the code. All right. So get with that person that invited you and get some more information from that about our spring into summer 90-day transformation. They can also answer questions about the fitness pool that we're doing. Again, you do not have to be a big heavy lifter like I am or do spin classes every day like Kim does. A gentle walk for 30 minutes counts as part of your fitness entry. Okay. So get up there, start moving your body, get involved in our community, feel the benefits, reap the benefits, and earn some money while you're at it. Okay. So I want to thank you all for coming tonight and have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Tal.